It's day 19. I'm in Windsor, Canada. Final preparations for my TEDx tomorrow. And today made me think a lot about the art of just being, about the power of not being so stressed. You know, I remember back to when I did a wilderness survival course in 2011. I joined a group of about 12 people. We lived in the wild for 28 days, no backpack, no sleeping bag. We learned how to survive. And on the 15th day, we were just getting ready to move. We had prepared food sacks, about had a pinole, and we had a 4-day, 60-mile hike ahead of us. And we left camp, we headed uphill. We had this heavy backpacks astow, and just about 6 hours later, we all sat down for a 10-minute break to eat some of our pinole. And I looked down into my bag, and there was nothing there. My pinole, my entire food supply for 4 days, it all fell out on day one. We'd already hiked 10 miles, and it was unlikely, it was impossible. I ran backwards, I tried to find my lost rations, and I couldn't. And I remember these painful emotions. I have a journal, and I was so mad, so angry, I was so bitter at my fellow hikers because they wouldn't share any of their pinole with me. I felt so stressed, and I thought about quitting. The only thing I wasn't doing was just being. I wasn't just living in the moment. After an hour or two of this anger just teeming inside me, my mind shifted to some of my stoic training, and I accepted the situation as it was. I recognized that things would come and go, and I would find some food and I would make it. And I tried to just live in the moment. And then they caught my eye. There was red, ripe rose hips. There was bushels of red rose hips, a little berry, a very tasty, very edible berry. There were bushels of them lining the road, the path. There were, as far as the eye could see, unlimited food right at my fingertips. But my eyes were completely blind to them because I wasn't living in the moment, because I was living in fear and anger, emotion and bitterness. And without looking down, I just felt angry. As soon as I let those emotions subside, I realized that that feeling was false. But what was real was the solution to my problem right in front of me. And so I'd ask you right now to take a moment and just breathe. Maybe meditate for 2 to 5 minutes. Are you living in the now right now? Or are you always constantly distracted thinking about what's next? Because sometimes when you take a deep breath and you just look around you, you might find a new world right before your eyes.